Concentrate on my true love, the ocean. And so I'm going to do a series of pours and paintings and abstracts and creations that will bring me to a warm, happy place. So with that being said, no further ado, we will go to the other camera and I'll let you guys come along with me and we'll chit chat and talk and visit, and I will paint and create, and that'll be that. All right, so we're all ready to go. All right. Now, y'all can see the canvas. I have a beautiful Master's Touch Fine Art Studio canvas here in an oval shape, which I love, and I've been saving it for something special. As you can see, it wasn't majorly expensive, but they do cost some money. My lovely daughter got me this canvas. She knows that when I'm practicing and stuff like that, I won't buy the expensive canvases or the ones that I really love. I just won't. And so she knows me. So she gets them for me sometimes as gifts, and I love it when she does. It shows me that she really loves Mama, you know. So I've got some paint still on my table from a pour I did yesterday, and it was so cold and miserable out here that I just left it. I was just like, I gotta get out of here. And so I have a little bit of a mess there. So what I'm gonna do is, even though I'm off camera doing it, I'm going to grab a piece of paper to put on top of that, just to protect the bottom of my canvas while I'm working on it before I start the pour. That might be a better idea than risking getting stuff all over it that's not part of the color scheme. So, bear with me. We have some beautiful string music playing in the background. As you all know, I'm kind of fond of the old LP albums that I have in my collection, and a little turntable, and I just let it spin and play some fun music. And we're going to get these little pins in here to support this, where it's not just laying in the muck. And I have my little handy dandy hammer, although I just dropped my alcohol in the floor. There we go. Okay, just a little spray bottle. Nothing spilled. Now, you notice that I haven't taped the back of this, and I really should. Considering that it's a canvas that I'm really thrilled to have, I really should tape the back. So I may do that, and we'll fast forward through that for those of you that do not want to waste your time watching someone stick tape on the back of a canvas. Alrighty. That hammer makes a really cool sound when you fast forward these videos. Okay, there we go. That's pretty good. I don't see my level. I could check that. My granddaddy's level. Let me go get it. Here we go. Granddaddy's old level. You guys might not can see, but I can. Oh, it's not quite level. So we need a few sticks underneath that side right there. I'm gonna come back around to the other side of the studio. I'm having to kind of maneuver through here today because it's cold, and so I'm dropping everything today. What is my malfunction? It's cold, and so I've got a heater set up out here, and I've got it drug as close to me as I can possibly get it. So this needs to be lifted up. I'm gonna put a couple of sticks, you know, your old sticks that you've stirred with, that you've set aside. There's no reason to throw them away. They come in handy. You know, as an artist, we don't waste things. That would be just a tragedy to waste something as usable as those stir sticks. They can be used for all kinds of stuff. Sorry, Granddaddy's old level has been sitting out in the windowsill for quite a while. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's right on the money. I don't know if you guys can see the bubble there in Granddaddy's old level, but it's right on the money. So those little stir sticks got us nice and level. Of course, when I pick it up and tilt it and all of that, it's gonna move anyways, but when we get ready to set it back down, as long as I haven't pulled those out of their spots and set back down on them, we'll be good. So let's put the level away somewhere safe. I wouldn't want anything to happen to it. Have a little sip of my coffee. This may be a long video, but like I said, we're gonna fast forward through a lot of it. I'm just so thrilled to be back in the studio. Oh my gosh, it sucks when you're sick and you can't paint and you can't. I mean, it wasn't that I couldn't paint. I did paint. In fact, I got so stir crazy that I went to working on some highlights and some shadow effects on the turtle that you've seen in the background. And I worked some more on the misty forest, as it is. There are no rules really, other than the rules of the paint. And speaking of the rules of the paint, I've been trying to research a little bit here lately about emulsions and how paint is made and stuff like that. And I'm not going to get into that today. I'm definitely going to be doing a video on that very soon. But I decided that I didn't want to put any water in my paints today. I was willing to put anything in it that could be considered part of the makeup or the chemistry of how paint is used or made. But I wasn't willing to put any water in it. So these may seem a little thick, and the only real solution I have to thick is either Blaster, which of course everybody knows is the silicone. And I'm willing to let the silicone go in there as an additive because it doesn't hurt the paint, and I don't think it really dilutes the paint. It causes us to form some cells. So that I will put in it. But I also can put Floetrol in it, which is designed to go in paint, to allow the paint to spray through sprayers easily. So these are my colors. I'm telling y'all, I want to do an ocean, and that's what we're going to do. This is our sand. I think it's going to be over here. And then our beautiful ocean colors, these gorgeous blues and greens. I have put Elmer's Glue All as a base with Floetrol. And I really, 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 really stirred that good. I worked very hard on stirring these, and as you can see, since it's cold out here, they're starting to thicken up. It's been about 45 minutes since I put these together and stirred them all up. Yeah, that's a little thick, but I don't want to add water. So I'm not going to add water. But I will add a little dab of Floetrol to them all. And then of course we're going to put some Blaster in them. So the thicker ones are definitely, well, they're all going to get a little shot of Floetrol. How about that? Now these already have a little Floetrol in it. So I watched Anne-Marie Ritterhoff one day with, of course, the Vallejo paints that are fantastic, phenomenal. And I cannot wait to get my hands on some Vallejo. Anybody that wants to buy me some Vallejo paints, these colors would be fantastic. Feel free. I'm kidding, really. Well, no, actually I'm not. I'm a starving artist, and that actually brings me to a point that while I stir these and let you watch, we may fast forward through this and may not even hear this conversation, but I'm in dire need of supporters and subscribers and patrons. As you know, these kind of experiments and this kind of work for a living, and it's all I do, by the way. I am solely committed to nothing but art, and my only source of income is selling my art. That's not your problem, I know. It's mine. It's my choice, my decision. It's part of living a life that's true to my nature. And but as you know, all the great artists of years past, they usually had patrons. They usually had somebody that came in and loved what they did and wanted to be a part of it and wanted to support them, and they would financially back what they did. Nowadays, usually people go to banks and borrow money to open up a studio or whatever, and I'm not trying to open a studio. I want to create, and I want to share my creations. But like I said, it gets expensive. I sell stuff from time to time. I do the occasional tutorial parties, you know, workshops, and I get paid when I do those. But it's a struggle, guys. It really is. And the products that I use, just like this canvas, when I brought it up at the beginning of the video, it was $15. Well, $15 doesn't seem like much to somebody that's got a steady flow of income, but to an artist who might be living one sale to the next, you kind of hang on to them $15 when you can. So, but anyways, I mean, it is what it is. It's I do invest every dime I make right back into what I do. But there's no complaints. I mean, I don't need much in this world. I just need lots of paint and lots of canvases, and my love, and she's around and loves me. But that's all I need in the world. Maybe a cat, a kitten. Yeah, I could use a kitten. I really miss my cat, who died not long ago. But I've been been picky about getting a new one. I want to get the right cat, you know. Alright, we're getting these mixed up good, and they're starting to look like they flow. You know, see how you can lift it up on the paddle, but it still runs off? That's the kind of consistency I understand we want. Usually mine are a lot more fluid than this, so this is also part of my experiment today, is to discover if this does better with me mixing them. First of all of them were mixed with a little whisk like this, so that I could emulsify all the ingredients. That's how they were all done initially, not since I added the Floetrol just now. Y'all saw me do it with the sticks, but that's the way I've decided to go for an emulsion. And so if you wonder about that, you might want to try it. If we have success today, it might work for you. Those of you that are following me to learn about flow art. But anyways, my point being is I really would appreciate those of you that would subscribe. YouTube will not let me monetize my account in any way until I have 1,000 subscribers. That's a lot of subscribers. I think I've got like 4 of you guys, so it would be very helpful if you would subscribe. If you're watching, please subscribe. I know I've got more people watching than just those, because my views are really high, but my subscriptions are not very high. So I think it's just that it hasn't spread yet. But if you guys would subscribe, I'd greatly appreciate it. I don't know who that is, but you know, subscribe to my channel and support me. And if you really want to support me financially in some manner or another, which is never frowned upon by an artist, ever. Artists love it. I'm fixing to add blaster, guys. And this is the blaster. It's what I use. It's silicone. And I'm going to add it to all of my colors except for the white. I'm not going to make the white use it. Well, no, what the heck. I'll give it the white a little shot too. They say if you use too much silicone, it won't create cells. If you use not enough, it won't create cells. If you stir too much, it'll mess up the cells. If you don't stir enough, it'll mess up the scales. So, you know, who knows? All we can do is experiment. And for those of you that do this as a hobby and not try to do it professionally, that can get very expensive. So that's why channels like mine need to be supported. They need to have subscribers subscribing to them so that we can, you know, earn a little bit of money to keep doing this by way of monetizing our YouTube channels, you know, getting little ads and stuff like that. They don't pay a lot, but every little bit helps. Okay. But this one didn't get any. Yeah, it did. You don't want to overstir the silicone. I agree with that. But you do have to stir it to where it's not just all pouring out ahead of your paint. Then you just have a big glob of silicone. And if you use silicone, you really need to watch a few videos on how to clean canvases. I think I did a video on cleaning canvases. I may not have. I'll have to check and see. Okay, so we're going to start by making ourselves a flip cup with a little bit of white in the bottom, of course. This beautiful dark blue poured from high. Some of this greenish teal. This is kind of, I was trying to get close to a seafoam kind of color. Ooh, that's thick. We'll see how it works. I think we need a little more of that. You know, this sucker's thick. Golly, guys. I'm tempted to add water, but I don't want to do that. I said this experiment was not going to add water, so I'm going to add a little more Floetrol to it. And I pray this all works. Heck, this painting might be so thick it may not flow at all. We'll see. I'm not using pouring medium. I'm just using PVA and Floetrol as a pouring medium for me. So here we go. That's a little more pourable. Look at that turquoise. Wow. We creating any cells in there yet? Can't tell. Any cell action? Anybody seeing it? Oh yeah, I'm starting to see a few cells form there. Dragging it all down with the white. Yeah, we'll get cells. That's thick too. You know what though? We'll just let them be thick. We'll do some of that top coat. If you pour your paints kind of slow, they'll layer, which is sometimes kind of nice. And then if you pour them from up high instead of close, they'll pull through one another, like that just did. And the white's totally sinking. Oh yeah. This reminds me of the Caribbean, you know, makes you want to go and spend some time in some sunshine. It does me. Oh yeah. Okay. So that's going to be our little flip cup. So I don't want this whole thing to be nothing but sails. I want that ocean vibe. So what I'm going to do is on this side here, I'm going to pour. Oh, look at there, we got a little touch of green on the cup, so that's going to be interesting. Actually, the green's on my fingertip. See what happens when you have green on your fingertips and you don't wear gloves like I never do. But that's what paper towels are for, right? Okay. And I want to add some white to this. This is silicone free white. The buff does have some white in it. Okay. Definitely want some white here and there. And then I want to use my darkest values of blue on this side. And of course a little bit of blue up at the top, white up at the top, because ultimately that's got to be a sky. So when the blues start mixing into it, we want it to have that appearance. I'm going to stick a little bit of this blue in here, which I love, 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 love. This blue. And we're going to put our flip cup right in the middle. A little touch of the green on the next layer. I don't know if this is going to work, but to me it seems like it would. And our turquoise, of course, is what we want closest to our beach. Okay. Oh, already makes me think of the ocean, the Bahamas, the Keys, Florida. Yes, it's calling me. Okay. Now, we're going to tilt a little bit, get my phone out of the way. I'm going to hold my cup because I just want these colors that are already on the canvas to kind of collide a little bit. A little. And I'm going to take myself a little paddle here. Got one. There it is. Alright, we're going to treat this kind of like a swipe. Formulate our sky. Let this kind of fall over the sides. I should have cleaned the, yeah. I'll add some more white to that, but let's let this get over the sides. Beautiful. I'm going to add some more white here. Beautiful sky. Oh, I love that. Look at the sails on that stick. Wow. And here's the bad news, guys. For those of you that are torching addicts, you're out of luck because my torch is not working. So we won't be torching this. That's another part of the test we're getting to do here, is that there's no torching today. Oh wow, I'm loving this though. I'm really loving it. Alright, I think I'm going to let this go. Maybe. Get our beach created. Bump it into the water here. Okay. A little more tilt in this direction. I'm just going to let it slowly kind of glide down. Don't worry, I'll be releasing that cup. Wow, I'm liking this already. I'm not trying to hurry it too much. I'm wanting to enjoy the process. I've realized in watching some of my other videos that I acknowledge are not amazing, is that I tend to rush my work when I'm doing it for the camera. When I'm doing it off camera, I kind of zone out and I get into my place. And I think that for me to create good art for you guys, I need to practice getting zenned out. At the risk of you guys seeing me zenned out and thinking, oh my gosh, she's not even saying a word. That's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to work on giving you guys a little bit more of the zen me. And a little more white along here, just a touch. A little more white in our peach here. Okay, I think it's time to release the Kraken. So here we go. The idea was not to get an exact sail formation type pour, but to do something more organic. Just let it be what it wants to be. I really wish I had my torch though, but here we go. With that beautiful turtle-like water form. Get into our sky. Do y'all feel the ocean effect? Do you feel it? I do. Oh my gosh, yes. I'm going to let it go right off the end of the canvas. Right onto my rings. Okay. Oh, I'm feeling it, guys. I'm really feeling it. Here comes the waves crashing in. And then they go back out again. That I love. Let me check my sides here. Move all this out of the way. See if there's anything that has been neglected utterly. I should let it pour over the side over here, but I kind of like what it's doing on the front, so I don't want to really tilt it much more unless I see it needs it. Oh my gosh, beautiful. My sand looks so lovely over here, just pouring down over the sides, looking very much like sand. Love it, love it, love it. I'm not really wiping, I'm tapping. If you'll tap your paint on the edges, what happens is what it's doing on the top, it kind of like continues to do on the side when you tap it like that, especially if there's enough paint in the mix. I'm pushing the paint a little bit now because I'm wanting that that sandy swirly effect going on. And I think I want to let the whole thing tilt back that direction a little bit. give us a little bit more beach line and hopefully spread out some of these larger sails. Okay. Now, what I want to do here is get another clean stick. Force myself to clean my hands a little bit. And with a clean stick, I'm going to pull some of this white over the edge. Without necessarily going directly into the blue. Yeah. Now I'm going to swap this where we get some sails popping up in that blue tone to give us that sky we're wanting. We don't want a white sky, although the negative space is kind of making me happy. I like some of that right there, but we want the sky to have a little more feel of blue, a little less clouds. There we go. That I like. That I like a lot. Let's spin it around and take a look at what we have here. You guys seeing this? I think I want to push this back just a hair. So I'm going to add a little bit of the buff. I'm going to take my little buff paddle and I'm just going to give it a push. Back into the water you go. Back, back, back. There we go. Get the blue off of the stick. And I'm going to push this back just a hair. There we go. How's that looking? Oh, I love it. I love it. Now, here's where some weird creativity comes in. I don't know if it'll work, but I'm kind of hoping to give more of a wave look over here. So I'm going to literally swipe. A little too much green coming out in that. A little bit of a wave effect, a little bit. If I could get my torch to work, that would be handy right now. Very handy. Oh yeah. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay guys, what do you think? Let's see if I can get my torch to work. I'm gonna try. See why I need patrons and subscribers? See, this is what happens when you use the torch with paint all over your hands every time. It seizes up, and even though it's got fuel in it and all that, it'll hiss, but won't come on. Okay, so the plight of the poor, this right here is bothering me, guys. This right here, this little swoop of white here, I don't think it belongs. So we're gonna do a little bit of another wave pushing that out. And hopefully that'll all come back together. Okay. Yeah, it's a little better. And we'll tilt it a little more that direction. I love the sky. And the foam that's coming across. You know, we could with this white do a tiny bit. This is a little thicker than the other one. I want to use the one that's a little thinner. How about a little bit of blaster? And this is with no water. And you guys see, I'm getting beautiful sales. Absolutely gorgeous. No torch involved. No torch at all. And I'm getting some pretty stuff here. I'm just trying to follow this water line a little bit. And then I'll kind of drag through it just a touch. Yeah. Back blue, back. And a little bit more white. Rolling in. Okay. No, I haven't ruined it. Although my hands I have to wash. We'll let that do what it's going to do for a minute while I wash my hands. Ooh, it's cold in here, guys. Very cold. Now, you know, with flow art, usually it continues to move even after you stop manipulating it. And this is certainly no subject. What is the word I'm looking for? No. There's no difference between this and any other pour. Alright, my little white stick here. We're going to do a little bit of a swap. How's it looking, guys? Got a little light on the situation. Let's see if we can get it off the glare. No, can't really change that. Can't make it go away without getting rid of the light altogether. One of these days I'll invest in some really good lights. Slowly but surely. Rome was not built in a day, and we know this. Alright, guys, I think I'm going to call that quits. We're going to see how it turns out. After it dries and settles, I'll take photographs and I'll include them with the link, and I hope you love it. You guys, thanks for watching so much. Please do me a giant favor and go down below, hit the subscribe button, or even up on the screen. You probably see the subscribe button flashing up there somewhere along in here. And I mean, it doesn't cost you anything to subscribe, not a thing. And I would really appreciate it. A like would be good too. If you do like what I do, I wouldn't want you to lie, but if you like it, hit the like button. And for those of you that actually want to contribute to my work and what I do, down below in the description you will find a link for my PayPal account, and you can directly go from there and donate whatever you like. Even $1 makes a difference. So thank you for watching, everybody. Have a wonderful day. And art, it's perfect. Let's just have some fun. Bye.